In yesterday's class, we discussed the assumptions of Harrod Domar model, and we've also understood the intuition behind each of these assumptions. Now we're going to derive the basic equation of Harrod Domar model. Now, because savings ratio is the fixed proportion of national income, this is one of the assumption. So we can write capital S is equal to small sy. So small s is the savings rate. This is exogenously given savings rate. And savings are equal to investment. So all savings are automatically invested, which is that investment is going to add to the next period's capital stock. So this is the another assumption, that is S is equal to I. That investment savings, when they'll be mobilized into investment, and investment is going to add to the capital stock. So you can write capital I equals to delta K, right? So because savings are equal to investment and investment is equal to delta K, so savings are equal to delta K. Now, what we have assumed is that there is a direct relationship between the capital and output, and that was given by this capital output ratio. This is one of the assumptions which we've discussed yesterday. So even this is true. This small c is constant. So even this is true, right? So I can write delta ks small c delta y. Delta k small c delta y. So what is this telling me? This is the capital output ratio. So now we're going to substitute this delta k back into the savings investment relationship. So beta, you have this guy. S is equal to I, but S is equal to this thing, and I is equal to delta k. So can I write that in place of S, I can write small s into y. In place of I can write delta k, right? And in place of delta k, I can write C delta y. In case of this thing, I can write C delta y. So I can divide both side by CY. So you have delta y by CY. So what you have is small s upon C is equal to delta y by y. That's what it is. But delta y by y is nothing but your growth rate of output. Delta y by y is nothing but the growth rate of output. Delta y is what? This period's output minus last period output upon last period output. So delta y is the change in output. So that is this period output minus last period output. Y is the last period output. So you get the growth rate in output with this. So you can write. So this guy is the basic equation of Harrod Domar model. S upon C is equal to G is the basic equation of Harrod Domar model. So this is telling you that growth rate is positively related with savings rate and it is negatively related with the capital output ratio. So the thing is that in case if S is going to increase, it means that growth rate is going to increase. Higher savings means higher growth. Now, why do you say so? Because higher savings will be translated into higher investment. Higher investment means more capital stock will be added to the economy. More capital stock added to the economy means now you can produce more output. More output means more growth. Then if small c is going to increase, it means growth is going to fall. 1 upon C is the productivity of the capital, efficiency of the capital. We have derived that yesterday, right? So 1 upon C is the efficiency of the capital. So if C is going to increase, that means 1 upon C is falling. Now, 1 upon C falling means what? You can produce less amount of output from the given unit of capital. So efficiency of capital is falling. So growth is positively related with the savings rate, and it is negatively related with the capital output ratio. So the idea is that the growth is dependent upon how much you invest. See, growth is dependent upon savings. Savings are converted into investment. So growth is dependent upon investment. And growth is also dependent upon C. C or 1 upon C. 1 upon C is nothing but the efficiency of the capital. So you can write that growth depends upon how much we invest and how efficiently we invest, right? So we are going to look at the another version of the model with the depreciation rate in the next class.